Hey, this is Puneet back again, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to count values from non-continuous ranges using COUNTIF. So let's get started. Now you can see here when I enter the COUNTIF function, I don't have any option to specify multiple non-continuous ranges. Now to solve this problem, I need to use a specific function, and that specific function is indirect. Now in indirect, I can specify the reference of a range, even multiple ranges. So what I'll do, I'll specify my first range, then comma, the second range, and comma, and then third range, and then the fourth range. Now, before I use this function, I need to convert all these references into text. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter a curly bracket here, and then a curly bracket here. And along with that, I'm going to enclose all these references with double quotation marks. So my indirect function is ready. I'm going to copy it from here simply. And now I'm going to enter the COUNTIF function. Now in the COUNTIF function, for the first argument that is range, I'm going to enter the indirect function that I have just written, and then my condition that I want to test. And the condition is 4. I want to count 4 from all these 4 ranges. Now I'm going to close my function and hit enter. Now you can see instead of having a single number, I got 4 different results here. So result for the first range, second range, third range, and fourth range. Now in the first range, I have 4 here, and in the second range, I have 4 here, and in the third as well. But in the fourth range, I don't have 4, and that is why I have 0 here. Now to test this result, let me enter 4 here, and you will see the count of number has changed. That means in this range, I have 4 2 times, here 1 time, and 1 time, and here I don't have any 4. Now to have this entire result in a single cell, I need to wrap this formula with sum function. And when I hit enter, I get the count of 4 from all the 4 ranges. Now let's quickly understand how this formula actually works. So here the indirect function, when I specify the ranges as text, the indirect function pass that range, the entire array of 4 ranges to COUNTIF, go and check for this particular criteria from each range one by one. And that is why we had 4 different results before using the sum function. And after that, we are using sum function to get all those 4 results in a single cell. Now the same thing can be achieved with 2 different approaches. So let me show you. When you enter this function called vstack, and when you specify all the 4 ranges one by one, let me go to the third one, and here's the fourth one. And when I close this function, it gives me all the values from 4 different ranges into a single column. Now, along with the vstack, I'm going to specify my condition, and that's equals 4. And when I hit enter, you can see I get values as false, 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 true, true, true. And true is only where I have the value 4. So you can see here for the first 4 values, this is 1, then I have 4, and that is why I have true here, and then again false for 3, and then again true for 4. Now let me wrap this function with 2 more brackets, and then I'm going to enter double minus sign. Now when I enter double minus sign before the function, it converts all the true and false into 1 and 0. For false, I have 0. For true, I have 1. Now, the final thing is to wrap this entire formula with the sum function so that I can get the count of 4 in a single cell. And now let me just change it from here. Let's say if I enter 2, and you can see my count is changing. Let me just put this result somewhere else. Now the same thing can also be achieved with the toCall function. Now the toCall function is basically allows you to convert an entire range into a single column. So in this case, if you don't have any value here in these ranges, you can simply select the entire range without going and selecting the each range one by one. And then in the ignore argument, select ignore blank, and then scan by column. And now I'm going to hit enter to get all the values in a single column. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I change 2 from 4, I get 4 here. So I have all the 16 values in a single column. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to wrap it in a bracket and specify my condition here, and that's equal 4. And I have false and true, and then I'm going to use double minus sign. And now I have 0 and 1. And again, I'm going to use the sum function here. And now I get the count of 4 in a single cell. And when I change it from here, my count is changing. So now you have 3 different formulas, 3 different methods to count if from multiple ranges, multiple non-continuous ranges. And make sure to download the sample file that I have for you from the link in the description. And I'll see you in the next video.